Mjesečina osvjetljava dramatičan prizori.
My head. What a blow, I don't even remember what the devil. What the devil are you talking about?
The water is moving, as if.
I see it too, but I don't understand what is so strange about it. These swamps are full of aquatic animals. And... hey. I bet my friends are already worried about my long absence. Besides, I wonder if we should expect new trouble from Oma. 1,000 scalps, the passage leads to the floor of an underground cave.
Duboko u močvari. Živi nešto što ne pripada ovom svijetu. Nitko ne zna što je. Ali svi znaju jedno, nije gladno hrane nego ljudi. Na otočiću u Darkovskoj močvari izgradnja skrovišta prilično se odužila. A najveći razlog za to je slaba razina obučenosti radne snage.
The Egyptian pyramids were built for centuries. Steadily time nibbles at them with its sharp little teeth. But they don't care. They stand quietly in the desert. They are not afraid that they will perish over the years. But the house that I am building will last longer than them. I am a master to be praised. Stories are already circulating about me. How's it going, engineer?
I would be doing even better if you stopped piercing my ears with those stupid little songs that you invent every day. The sun is especially hot today, what crazy heat. I can't wait to finish the roof, so we have at least a little shade. Strengthen this central pillar with 2 wooden pegs, Chico. And in the meantime, I will rest for a moment to refresh myself.
At your command, engineer. Sure eyes, strong hands, I embrace every job passionately. Roofs, walls, windows, doors.
Please be careful, drive that peg well into the ground.
Don't worry about anything. 4 well-measured blows, and it will be perfectly well driven in. Or rather, what am I saying? 2 blows will be enough. 2 extremely strong, and at the same time precise. Like this. Curse! I must admit that my first strike wasn't exactly too precise, but I'll correct it with the next one. Hey, stop! Just a moment, what? Damn it, Curse.
Oh no!
It seems that your central column wasn't exactly well placed.
1,000 scalps. Enough, Chico, we can't anymore. This is already the 3rd time. You've collapsed the entire construction of our hut as if it were a house of cards. From now on, you can sleep, eat, fish, and even sing if you want. But don't go near the hut until it's finished, clear?
Lelech, if you are so angry... Well, okay. Feel free to do everything yourself. You architectural genius. I resign. Here's your hammer back.
Going.
1,000 scalps, going.
That everything eater, that damn beast again? Caramba, ye carambita, he hasn't shown up since he emptied our entire pantry.
True. Haha. But this time you're out of luck, friend. Around here you won't find anything to fill your stomach with. Yes, unless you want to eat the material for...
Good grief, something occurred to me. Gulp? But it's not possible. This is really too much. Wire, pliers, saw, and even nails. This beast ate all our tools and building materials. For the cabin,
1,000 scalps.
Going!
so you've already had lunch. Her nails for an appetizer. Wire as the main course and then tools for a side dish. Isn't it, beast? Therefore, here's this as dessert.
Haha. With that, you've now completed his lunch, Chico.
Oh no!
He ate the sledgehammer like the sweetest cake. Ha ha ha.
Yum!
Ah, no. So help me all the mustaches of my family. This won't end like this. It can't end like this. I'll tear him to pieces. I'll force him to eat his tail, to bite off his leg, to...
Come on, calm down, Chico. This little animal is really nice to me, and besides, what would be the point of killing it?
Let's
Let's make peace with fate, my old ones. It's obvious that the construction of our hut began under an unfortunate star.
Truth. And maybe it's about fate. Maybe some of our protector saint wants to let us know that we should give up living in this backwoods. If we should move to a large hotel in Chicago or New York, which is equipped with all possible delights.
Quagencing, of course, the restaurant.
Of course.
Haha, feel free to get those fantasies out of your head, Chico. Our place is here, and despite all the previous troubles, we will rebuild our hiding place here. In the morning we will go to Maysville, and there we will buy the material that ended up in the incredible stomach of this nice funny guy.
Going!
2 dana poslije u Masvilleu, selu smještenom na samom rubu Darkovske sume.
Maysville, an ordinary cluster of rundown shacks.
Hey, don't be so harsh. After all, this is a kind of outpost of civilization in the heart of the area of great swamps. What can you expect more than this? They have a large store, a saloon, and even a hotel.
Yes, the whole of your friend Pope.
Look,
That's right. That's him.
hello, old Pope.
Hey, Pope, don't you greet old friends anymore?
Oh, well, who are my eyes seeing? Zagor and the Destroyer of Panries? Welcome to Maysville.
How's business, poisoner of hungry travelers? I suppose full steam.
Full steam? All Saints. The devil is going full steam. Here is a real catastrophe, and to such an extent that, as you can see, I am closing my hotel, I'm moving from here, I'm leaving. And I will hang this sign again in a more decent place. PIH. In this forgotten, smelly backwater, there hasn't been a dog for several months. How can I run a hot hell? Liza, all the expenses I have. Every month I have to provide a salary for a receptionist, a room attendant, a bartender, and a cook. And you can't even imagine how much staff costs today. And especially when it comes to first-class employees.
Ah! To be honest, I didn't notice you had so many employees, Pope.
Yes, where the hell are all these people?
What a question. Well in front of you guys. My humbleness is able to maintain this entire hotel by myself.
Yippee! Maysville, gentlemen. Yippee! The stagecoach is coming. We're running.
Hey, Pope, did you hear? Maybe you're getting guests.
How could I not? That old clunker regularly arrives every 10 days, but there's no way it will drop off a guest for my hotel. It brings canned meat, clothing, tools, a bunch of other trinkets, and some ragamuffins, but never a passenger who could afford a top-notch hotel.
I have a feeling you're wrong this time, Pope. Look.
I don't believe that. Curse! All Saints, sir. A real gentleman. One of those from the east. Swell us. And just look at the luggage he has with him. It looks like he wants to spend at least 2 months here. Quick, Chico, help me! The old pop is opening the doors of his hotel again. Ha ha!
Ha!
Do you maybe need help with the luggage, mister?
Of course, good man. No, not that bag. It is too precious. Or rather, I will carry it.
Too precious, huh?
Thief! Stop the thief! Stop him.
Curse!
And curse. Stop that scoundrel. Catch him, catch him. Curse.
1,000 scalps. So is this how you welcome all strangers here in Maysville?
Now it's clear to me why tourism isn't flourishing in these parts.
To hell! Please, Zagor, do something. Catch that rascal, for God's sake.
Well, I can always try, Pope. There's our friend.
Catch the thief!
This guy is just looking around to see if anyone is behind him. And he doesn't suspect in the least that trouble will come to him from above.
Over there, he went over there. Let's catch him. Curse, he's gone. Now I'm sure he continued towards the old mill. Let's go, then we must teach him a lesson. Indeed, the honor of Maysville is at stake. To hell with it.
I feel sorry for the village residents, but I must admit that I care more about my financial situation than the honor of Maysville. Let's take a look at the loot right away, and... to hell.
I don't like people who steal other people's bags, man. Something tells me that the sheriff shares my opinion.
To hell. The sheriff will have more important business, you fool. They'll have to deal with your corpse. You're finished now? Damn it, it's useless. This revolver is falling apart. I knew that sooner or later they would disappoint me. Well, okay, Tim, too bad for you. I'll tear you to pieces with my own hands. This one. In light of recent events, I am ready to change my attitude towards you, sir. Here is this Dan bag, which, as you can see yourselves, contains only glasses full of cockroaches, worms, hornets, and other similar filth. When I think that fop called it precious, Piekya, what a disgusting world. You really can't trust anyone anymore.
I must admit you were very lucky, you scum. 1,000 scalps. It doesn't happen every day that you end up in jail for stealing a handful of insects.
In jail? No, just not in jail. You can't do that to me. I am poor, without $1 in my pocket, with a child, and 4 wives that I have to support.
Please, it's... I suppose you meant with a wife and 4 children.
No, it's exactly as I said, with a child and 4 wives. You know, maybe it's because of my Arab origin, but I am a true supporter of polygamy. No, just not in jail, please. Humidity is death for me. I suffer from arthritis, rheumatism, sinus infection, lumbago, of chronic bronchitis, pneumonia.
Then run away towards warmer regions, you crook. Be careful that we never meet again.
You can count on that, sir. I guarantee it. I promise. I give my word. I swear.
By all the drums of Darkwood, judging by how he runs, it seems he took me very seriously. And that it won't stop until it reaches the equator. Haha. Well, okay, now I only have to return these things to their rightful owner, Pig, when I just remember how he yelled because of a simple handful of insects.
Nekoliko trenutaka poslije.
Professor Weiser, who was robbed, is in room number 15. Zagor and God bless you. Thanks to you, we have proven that thieves and pickpockets cannot get away unpunished in our village. If we could somehow repay you...
Well, you could treat me to a room and dinner, Pope.
There's no problem with the room, Zagor. Here is the key to room number 10. But, or dinner. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to help you with that. You know, lately my business isn't going so well, and I really can't satisfy the hunger of your friend, Chico.
I understand you completely, my old friend.
Yes, who is it?
I have come to return your bag, sir. 1,000 scalps. Maras, so how come you're here?
Well, this is fantastic. Professor, look who's here.
What? Don't tell me that he is also here. Professor Kruger. Oh, Nell.
Zagor!
Zagor Tene, our unforgettable savior. What a wonderful surprise! You can't imagine how happy I am. And Chico, where did you leave that fatso Felipe Cayetano Lopez Martinez? And so on and so on.
Just a moment. Gentlemen. Frankly, I am glad to see you again, and your friendly words really touched me. But I still remember very well a certain promise you made me some time ago. 1,000 scalps. Shouldn't you be in Germany and taking care of the flowers in your garden? And all the drums of Darkwood, didn't you promise me that you would never come looking for trouble in these parts again?
That's the truth.
You are right. We cannot deny that in any way. But this time it's different. Believe me, we didn't come looking for trouble like then with the holy deer.
But we came for an extremely important scientific expedition.
Of something that will certainly not bring us problems with the Indians.
Truth. Unless the Redskins are so vain that they will be offended if we take an insect and a small reptile from their land.
Like the ones inside. To tell the truth, I have never seen similar ones.
I believe you, namely. Those are not ordinary animals, but mutants.
Mutants? And what the devil does that word mean?
Well, that means that their species is undergoing a process of mutation, a series of physical changes that, after they finish at one point, transform them into completely different animals. Let's be clear. All animal species adapt their physical characteristics to possible changes in the environment in which they live. But such mutations usually last for decades, hundreds of years. While these insects have taken on a new changed appearance in just a few days.
Do you understand what that means, Zagor?
This I don't. No, I don't understand what that means, Professor, because I don't really have much experience with scientific topics.
Okay, then I will explain it to you. You see, that means that for some mysterious reasons, in the area where these animals come from, there are certain special circumstances that condition extremely rapid mutations.
That phenomenon was signaled to us by a friend from Hamburg, an ethnologist who had just returned from a trip where he was studying the Missiliri tribes.
Missiliri, are you hitting there?
Exactly. Believe me, Zagor, this time the importance of the research fully justifies our return to America.
And besides that, thanks to my previous experience, we will be careful to stay away from all possible troubles.
Well, in that case, I can only wish you luck. Unfortunately, I can't help you with advice, because I don't know the area you are heading to at all. I only know that it's a cursed labyrinth of canals, swamps, reeds, and half-submerged forests. Therefore, be careful not to get lost when you get there.
Relax, Zagor.
We have a solid boat, and the two guides we hired know the area like the back of their hand.
All the better, friends. And when are you leaving?
Tomorrow, everything is already on board. We will sail during the day. Frankly, we are all impatient to check the accuracy of the information we received and can't wait to get to Miss O'Leary.
You know, such a discovery would resonate like a bomb in scientific circles.
I understand. Okay, see you tomorrow. I'll come with Chico to the dock to wish you a safe journey.
Thank you, Mr.
Goodbye, Zagor.
We are glad to see you again.
Sutradan, kasno poslije podne, poprilična gomila radoznalaca okupila se na mulu. Odakle upravo isplovljava veliki brod.
Goodbye, Kruger.
Have a good trip, Merrill, and remember, leave the white deer alone?
Haha.
You can be sure of that, Chico.
Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye.
What types? With all that money they could be spending, life swimming or drinking beer in their castle in Germany. And they in turn come here to snoop around the stinky water of the misery swamps, pee-hee. They are looking for strange animals. Huh? They will definitely find them. Mosquitoes that bite like lions, bedbugs that jump like kangaroos, leeches that sneak like snakes, and so on.
Listen, that's their business, Chico. Truth, rich people are often a little crazy. But Kruger and Mayer are really nice freaks, and I really wish them all the luck.
And me too. Caramba you carambita. Okay, now that we've seen off the departure of the great scientific expedition, can you tell me what our program is?
Of course, Tourangeau. First a quick dinner, and then to bed. In the morning we will continue the journey.
I agree about going to bed, but I don't see why dinner necessarily has to be fast.
The reason is simple, Chico. We don't have a single coin left, and if you want me to remind you who is to blame for such a situation.
Okay. You don't need to remind me of those old wounds, friend. How many courses does your fast dinner foresee? 4?
Cut it out, Chico, cut it out.
3?
Cut it out, Chico. Cut it out.
Then 2, 1 fish dish and 1 meat dish.
Cut it out, Chico, cut it out.
Well, all right. Then let it be 1 dish. For example, roast chicken. Come on, tell me. That's what you meant when you mentioned a quick dinner, isn't it?
Well, to tell the truth, I was thinking of something even faster. And that is this. Half a bread for me. Half for you. Enjoy your meal. And now straight to bed. We have to leave early in the morning.
Damn curse.
Još jedna noć poput mnogih drugih spušta se na selo. Nakon što su zamrli glasovi zadnjih pijanaca. A posljednji saloni ugasili svoja svjetla. Potpuna tišina blagotvorno djeluje na san naših junaka. Istovremeno na ulici mjesečina sa svojim sjenama otkriva da ipak ima onih koji još uvijek ne spavaju.
I'm sorry, friend, but I am here. When you want to attack someone, then you must be as quiet as possible. And you, believe me, climbed up here with the ease of a hippopotamus. And now let's finally see your snout. Give me some light, Chico.
I'm coming. It
1,000 scalps. Why? It's that coward. So then this is how you decided to return my generosity from yesterday, huh? Instead of running away, you decided to take revenge. Well, to your regret. The only thing you managed to prove is how incapable you really are.
Aye.
Zagor, stop. You're gonna drown him.
Ah.
Let him go. Let him breathe some air.
You're right, Chico. Nothing in the world annoys me like ingratitude and...
Aye, K-off. I didn't come here, K-off, to avenge, mister. But to repay you, cough, to return the favor.
What the devil are you talking about?
The truth, cough. The pure truth. Today, on the pier, I saw you greeting those 3 Germans, cordially, and... Therefore, I thought they were your friends, people who have grown close to your heart.
You're right, that's how it is. But it's not clear to me exactly what you're aiming at when you said...
That trio of Europeans is in serious danger, mister.
Or rather, to be more precise, they're really in a bad way.
The people they chose as guides, Ross and Lewis, are 2 ordinary thieves. They are real butchers who will kill them without hesitation to empty their pockets.
Pardon?
Caramba y carambita.
Are you sure about what you're saying?
There is no doubt soever. Ross and Lewis were my, let's say, partners until 2 years ago. We were very close and we earned a living by pickpocketing, small frauds and the thefts. But little by little they got tired of such a petty life and then they started down a path that I didn't like at all and therefore I dissolved our, partnership. From the FTs they moved on to extortion and then even to armed robberies.
Suddenly they felt like tough guys. They became vicious.
Yes, and they are tough. You should see them when they take their damned revolvers. Beasts, merciless and bloodthirsty beasts. PFT, both of them would kill anyone without hesitation just to steal his bag of tobacco.
Tobacco? Well, if that's the case, then we can be calm. Namely, our friends don't smoke.
Don't joke with such things, mister. I repeat to you that those Germans are in mortal danger. Those 2 will behave nicely for a few days, and then suddenly show their true colors. They will empty their pockets, and then for the end, they will throw them into the swamp with a stone around their necks. Misery is still a pretty dangerous and wild area, so no one will question their words when they say that 3 tourists have become victims of the forests, swamp or Indians from the Omaha tribe.
Yes. But 1,000 scalps? Why didn't you warn me earlier? Why did you wait so long to come?
Well, I believe that's easy to assume. Namely, after my attempted theft yesterday. It wasn't really smart for me to show myself around, so I had to wait for darkness to come out of my hiding place.
Yes, that's true. But what can we do now?
Well, you could inform the sheriff, who could ask a boatman to pass everything on to the sheriff of the neighboring village, and this one to the sheriff of the next one, who could then...
For God's sake, friend, stop a moment. In that way, we wouldn't be able to find even the bones of those unfortunate people. No. We must act immediately, and I see no other solution than for us to go after them and try to catch up with them as soon as possible.
Of course. Really a great idea. It was immediately clear to me that you wouldn't miss an opportunity like this to endanger our lives. The devil take those 3 Swabians. I knew it. I knew that their appearance would be the cause of new troubles. Well then, people, now at least let me sleep for a few more hours. Damn it, curse, considering our plans, this could easily be the last night of my life.
I'm sorry, Chico, but it is precisely the night hours ahead of us that will enable us to reduce the lag we have behind them. And therefore your sleep is postponed for now. We're leaving immediately.
Oh no?
Nekoliko sati poslije.
Harder, Chico, row harder. Now every minute is really precious to us.
You're fooling yourself. As always, even if we break our backs rowing like this, we have no chance of catching them in time.
You're mistaken, old boy. They have no reason to travel during the night, and I'm sure that 1,000 scalps on him. Look.
Caramba y carambita. But the ship is anchored. How's that?
Probably contrary to what that scum who warned us predicted, Ross and Lewis decided to eliminate our friends without wasting too much time and energy.
But then, do you think they've already done it?
I hope not, Chico, but we'll find out soon. Let's sneak into this reeds now. I have to get closer to the boat without being noticed. I'll try swimming.
So help me all the mustaches of my family 3 shots. Do you understand what that means? 3 shots? 1 for Mayor, another for Gruger, and the 3rd for Professor Weiser. We arrived too late? May heaven have mercy on those wretches?
Prepare the spit, guys. Today we eat roasted ducks. Yippee, oh, look at this. 3 shots, 3 hits, bang, bang, bang.
But well, that's Weiser. He's alive. But then...
Quiet.
Haha, what do you say? You wicked people from the border. 3 shots, 3 hits. Ha, come on, tell me, could you do better?
Indeed, Professor Weiser. I'll prove it to you right away!
Curse. Hey, but what the devil is wrong with you? You could have hurt me and...
That's exactly what I'll do if you don't stop yapping. I'll hurt you, Professor, and badly.
But I know. Mayor, Kruger, connected. But what does this mean?
It means we've decided to empty your pockets.
Please, would you dare do that? Scoundrels, we hired 2 damn scoundrels.
I told you not to babble, Professor.
I will report you too.
Frankly, I don't believe you'll ever have the chance to talk to anyone again. You will be able to submit your application only directly to Mr. Satan the moment you arrive in hell. And who said we're going to do that?
But you won't dare to kill us just like that. You can't.
Just take a look at your friends and you will immediately realize that we don't need to waste lead on you at all.
MMM.
They are sinking. This is quicksand. No, this is hellishly cruel. I couldn't believe you are able to stain yourself with such.
We are in a state, Professor.
We are very much able. No. Help.
Let's go, Ross, in their pockets. There was enough money for us to be calm for at least a few months. Help. But I am sure we will find something else if we peek into their luggage. Just a moment, Lewis. This annoying person is getting on my nerves with all this yelling.
Help.
Therefore, I will make the job easier for the quicksand with a well-aimed bullet. Goodbye, Professor. Hey, but who the hell is this one? My hand.
Zagor, God bless you.
Shoot, Lou, shoot, you damn ticks. Curse, whoever you are, I'll send you to hell.
Well, you aren't much of a shooter with your left hand, man.
You damn. May lightning strike you.
The curses you direct at me cannot harm me any more than those bullets of yours, scum.
P.I.H.
You wanted this gun, man. Don't be afraid, Wazir. We'll solve everything in a few seconds.
For God's sake. Zagor, hurry. Mayer and Kruger are just about to.
Upotrijebivši svu svoju snagu, duh sa sjekirom započinje sa spašavanjem. Centimetar po centimetar uspijeva nekako izvući nesretnog Mayera.
And now brace yourselves and prepare for a landing. I'll throw you towards solid ground. Understood?
Zagor počinje polako ljuljati svog prijatelja. Nakon nekoliko trenutaka, kad je uhvatio dovoljan zamah, pušta ga iz ruku, baca prema obali.
And now it's your turn, Kruger.
Zagor ponavlja iscrpljujuće izvlačenje s preostale dvije žrtve podlih vodiča. Te konačno, posljednjom akrobacijom, stiže do čvrstog tla gdje Acer već oslobađa svoje prestravljene kolege.
Zagor, I don't know how to thank you.
We owe you our lives, but how did you even end up here?
Well, later I will tell you everything in peace, friends, and... Now it's only important.
I joined the general enthusiasm. Zagor, really impressive performance. No doubt.
Chico, but how come you were here and didn't do anything to show yourself useful?
No, you are mistaken, my friend. While you were demonstrating your physical superiority, vitality, agility, and so on, I plucked the prey of the esteemed Professor Wazir, namely, despite everything that happened, I don't really believe it would be wise to give up such delicious bites.
Well, Chico, we will take those animals to our friend the hotelier and he will prepare them nicely for us tomorrow. Come on, get up. Are we going back to Maysville?
What?
Are you kidding? But we have no intention of giving up on our expedition, mister. Even without the help of those scoundrels, we will continue towards the area of the Great Swamps. True, we are men of science, but that doesn't mean we don't know how to handle a ship.
Nonsense. The journey you have decided to take is so full of dangers that you have no chance of returning alive. It would be real suicide.
Since you say that's how things stand, why don't you help us, Zagor? With you, everything would certainly be simpler and...
What, you want me to go with you to the Great Swamps? But such a journey would require at least 2 weeks of absence and...
Come on, you yourselves said you've never been there. And this is a great opportunity for you to add another experience to your knowledge of this land.
The devil take you, I really don't have time for any sightseeing. But I can't allow 3 naive people like you to end up.
Enough, Zagor. Have at least that much shame and spare me this performance. It's in vain you pretend to think about what you will do because I know you've already decided. As usual, you've decided on the worst, meaning you've opted for trouble, complications, dangers, and so on. Relax. Crazies from the other side of the ocean. You've found a bigger crazy than yourselves. So, what are we waiting for to leave?
Dove, my head.
Hey, and what are you planning to do with these?
Returning to Maysville to hand them over to the sheriff would only represent a huge waste of time for us. And this way we can even offer them a chance to redeem themselves, at least partially for the swenery they tried to pull off to your detriment. Can you hear me, scoundrels? I suggest you continue the journey with us by providing us with your services as guides and crew members. And in return, when we return, if you behave nicely and forget about any new insolent jokes, we will consider whether we will even report you to the authorities.
Liage, considering that we are in your hands, the offer is not bad at all, man.
Yes, but
But
the fact is that we don't know at all the area they headed to. Our plan was to move away from Maysville only as much as is enough to
liquidate our friends, the Swabians?
Generally, as crew members on the ship, we can be of help to you, and in that, believe me, there is no equal to us.
Exactly.
In short, we accept your proposal, people. Give me your paw.
perfect.
Watch out!
Hey,
Caramba y carambita!
Ah! Ugly bastard Isle.
I'm sorry I wasn't clear enough, friend, but this is exactly one of the stale jokes I was talking about. Come on, throw over your shoulder what's left of your stupid friend. Boating, people, the great swamps await us.
Nekoliko trenutaka poslije, brod se odvaja od obale. Pod sigurnom palicom vješte posade predvođene Zagorom. Putovanje se nastavlja bez ikakvih problema. Milju za miljom, rijeka se lijeno razvlači ravnicom, gubeći se u gustoj mreži sporednih kanala. Te se na kraju pretvara u neku vrstu ogromnog bazena. To je područje velikih močvara. Nepomična voda, znatna prisutnost močvarnog raslinja pridaju okolišu teško opisiv, uznemirujući osjećaj nelagode smrti. Što potvrđuje drveće koje je napola potopljeno, prekriveno parazitskim biljkama, pruža prema nebu kosturolike grane koje su praktički sasvim bez lišća. S vremena na vrijeme, čak to minimalno kretanje vode izazvano plovidbom prenosi lagano, no ipak dovoljno jake vibracije na stabla gotovo sasvim istrunula korijenja, koja potom padaju u močvaru uz jeziv pljusak.
Curse, what a place. Compared to this, even the cemetery looks cheerful and relaxing. Look, throw a little look around, damn it. Everything looks rotten. Decayed, dying.
I wouldn't quite agree with you, friend. Something is alive here, and it's damn lively, caramba. You carambetta. These damn bugs. Devil take them.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha.
Try to be a little more tolerant, Chico. At this moment, you have the honor of being stung, nibbled, tortured, and annoyed by real museum specimens.
Ah, you're serious?
There is not the slightest doubt. Since we started, I haven't missed a single day to go hunting for bugs a little, while Professor Weiser dealt with hunting fish, frogs, and other amphibians. Generally, the day before yesterday morning, we noticed some very interesting peculiarities on the specimens we caught. Well, the most unusual thing is that the further north we go, the more obvious the mutations are.
Exactly. That suggests that we are approaching the most interesting area. Namely, where that still unknown element for us causes the fastest change in the characteristics of animal species.
Yes, well, but what the devil does? This whole difficult to understand conversation.
Well, I'd say that in a way we have. Or at least we are in an area where it would be worth stopping for a while.
I suggest we land on the shore and stop as long as it takes to conduct a more detailed investigation.
I agree. On the shore we will have the opportunity to get closer to the most interesting animals, such as birds and small mammals. Who knows what wonders await us, gentlemen?
Okay, Kruger, before dusk, I will choose a place where we can set up camp without ending up in quicksand.
Push, guys. We will soon be able to rest while these smart guys dedicate themselves to the search for a centipede without legs or an eel with wings.
Poslije, u noćnoj tmini, logorska vatra osvjetljava obalu nedaleko od broda. A izlazak sunca sutradan ujutro zatječe članove posade zauzete najrazličitijim zanimacijama.
Save your breath, you two. It's not hard for me to guess what you're talking about. But frankly, I advise you to give up any attempt to escape. In an area like this, alone and without a vessel, you wouldn't have much chance of getting out.
My friend is right. Don't you see how there are thousands of dangers around us? Look, under a stone like this one. A venomous snake can be hiding in every puddle, like that one. An alligator with steel jaws can be hiding, and behind every bush, like this one. A cruel Indian can be lying in ambush. My friend Zagor loves to dramatize things. Mommy Indian, help! On! Help! Fire! Fire! Charge!
1,000 scalps! Stop, Chico!
This man has no hostile intentions. He is a hunter from the Omaha tribe. Am I right?
Whoa.
Zastabizani akori niti.
Iel wad dildo bahidi aze tilu big nishi.
He says that his tribe's village is about a 2-hour walk from here. I think we should definitely stop by there. Maybe we can get some more information that could be useful for.
Sounds like a great idea, Zagor. Especially since the results of these first days of research suggest that a certain center of the mutation area should be located further north along the channel that we noticed yesterday, a few miles from here.
Okay, then let's get ready, and it would be wise to take some groceries and a few trinkets with which we could win the sympathy of the Omaha.
Sorry, friend. But do you mind if we wait for you here?
Yes, we don't see the need for all of us to go visit those people together.
And besides, I think someone should keep an eye on the boat, right?
Nothing of that, Rasa. PIH, do you think that after everything that has happened, I am so stupid as to trust you? Come on, get ready to leave.
Nekoliko minuta poslije, naši junaci započinju svoje putovanje nevidljivom stazom, kojom Indijanac kroči krajnje sigurno, istovremeno ne propuštajući posvetiti svoju pozornost lovini koja se s vremena na vrijeme zna pojaviti iz rastinja.
Nice shot, friend!
Really kind of him to care about our dinner. But why don't you catch us some fish? I'm already tired of ducks. We've been eating nothing else these days. Fish! Did you understand? Fish!
Fish right away.
You are really clever, friend.
Fish up.
No caramba y carambita. You obviously didn't understand anything. Birds are in the air. Fish are what swims in. In the water.
Do you want more fish?
All. But
Curse.
Damn it! But wow, this is fantastic.
unbelievable.
They look like normal Micropterus salmoid.
Yes, but look at the fins. They have changed to such an extent that they have taken on the appearance and function of paws that allow them to walk and even climb.
And obviously their respiratory system has also undergone a complete transformation, considering that they can peacefully reside outside the water.
Astounding. Simply astounding.
The results of our research will make even the brightest minds of science jump on their chairs in wonder. And that's not even anything. Who knows what surprising discoveries await us further north, where those circumstances that condition an extremely rapid change of natural laws are probably even more emphasized.
Let's go then, hurry. Haha, I can't wait to find a guide who will be able to take us even further.
Fish that walk? Oh, what times, what a world! You can no longer believe anything at all!
Tako, skupina nastavlja dalje svoj put nepromijenjenim okolišem. Te otprilike sat pol poslije.
Hokey, hokey, hokey.
But what the devil is wrong with him?
That's the signal, friends. He surely wants to announce our arrival so we don't end up under a rain of arrows.
Hokey, hokey, hokey.
And this is obviously the answer of his brothers. What did I tell you? Let's go.
Nakon što su prešli zadnji kanal plitkog i blatnjavog dna, te prošavši potom kroz gusti tršćak, Zagor i njegovi suputnici konačno stižu do domorodačkog sela, u kojem vlada napeto ozračje radoznalosti i iščekivanja.
NDA a biko et siha. Ayani tijin koya.
Heavens, are we sure they don't have bad intentions?
Nothing is ever certain in our parts, Professor. But I think that the gifts we brought them will be more than enough to befriend them. Hey, he looks like a chief. And that one over there is undoubtedly a shaman.
A real welcoming committee.
Yes, put on your best smiles, friends. And especially be careful not to show the slightest trace of fear, courage and self-confidence.
Strahovanja članova malene skupine Litrenu rastjerava srdačnost dvojice najvažnijih ljudi u plemenu, koji primivši iskrene darove, improviziraju svojevrsnu mirovnu ceremoniju u središtu sela. Dok tradicionalni kalimet prelazi iz ruke u ruku, Zagor započinje pregovore oko dobivanja dvojice dragocjenih vodiča.
If you add 3 more bottles of fire water, a thundering stick and 3 axes, you can consider that we have agreed. Paleface, and in that case, you will get 2 of the most capable guides in the entire tribe.
Okay, clever friend. We will give you what you are looking for.
Good, very good. And now just tell me where you are headed.
Well, to tell the truth, we don't have a very precise destination. But we plan to go north on that channel that branches from the swamp from the place where we anchored our ship.
Please, to the north. But no, that's not possible. Don't go that way. Pale-faced friends, rather choose the area that extends south of the village. Truth! There the forest is full of animals, and the waters are rich in huge tasty fish, and in the east and west, you will be able to find game and...
Nothing of that. Great Chief. My friends are not hunters, but scientists and have good reasons why they want to go north. Therefore, I ask you to assign us one of your people, so that he can lead us in that direction.
No, never. Pale-faced brother, not to the north.
By all the drums of Darkwood, may one know what scares you so much in those parts.
Wow, there's no point in hiding it. Great Chief. Nothing. But I will tell you, Pale-face friend, what reason keeps us away from the swamps in the north. The demon, that's what we fear. A cruel and relentless creature that has already shown its wrath by taking away many Omahas.
I could have expected that. And of course, none of you have ever seen that evil spirit, well?
2 hunters only saw him for a moment while he was near the reeds not far from our village. But before they managed to examine him better, He dived and disappeared into the black waters of the canal.
Yes.
You don't believe me, do you?
Well, I've lived in Darkwood for years, and I know that red people often have a vivid imagination. And especially after they consume peyote or drink a few gulps of firewater, after which it is not so hard for them to mistake a deer or an alligator for a supernatural being.
Firewater is not easy to find in our region, and I can guarantee you that those who have met the water spirit are quite reliable people. And we can't even explain the disappearance of 7 members of our tribe. Furthermore, added to that the fact that during the fire ceremony, the spirits of our ancestors to whom I asked the question confirmed the presence of that demon. They even suggested a means by which we will soothe his wrath and thus get him to leave the people of our village alone.
Watch out, and what does that mean?
This, I don't think there's any need to involve our guests in these problems, KLI Washi. We know very well that you palefaces are not overly familiar with the beliefs of our people, and I think it is therefore useless to continue the conversation on that topic at all. In short, I can only tell you that in the morning, when all the hunters and fishermen return, I will announce your request to everyone. Sometimes young people want to prove their courage in a way that they are willing to venture into extreme madness, and it is not to be excluded that someone will be willing to take you to an area that represents a taboo to others. The great chief speaks wisely, but the younger generations have warriors who, just like you palefaces, do not believe in spirits or in the religion of our fathers.
In that case, I think it's worth waiting until tomorrow.
Okay, my people and I will try to make your waiting as pleasant as possible, Kawashi. I'm listening, great chief. Take care that our pale-faced friends enjoy the hospitality of the Omaha. I will personally take care of that. Ha ha ha! You will soon enjoy the best food that the Sruwa of this tribe has ever prepared, brother.
Thank you, great chief.
Excuse me. MS, Shaman, may I ask you something?
Of course.
Is it really true that, as you said earlier, you are so short of firewater in these parts? Namely, this area is quite unhealthy, and I think that a glass drunk for medical purposes could drive away malaria and other diseases.
Considering the special nature of this occasion, I think we will still manage to find something, friend.
Ha ha ha.
Otprilike sat poslije.
Excellent. This drink is really excellent.
Wow, our women make it from a grass that grows in the sunniest areas of our land.
Women, huh? But how do they make this drink? Do they grind the grass? Do they crush it in mortars?
No, nothing so complicated. They simply use a method common to all tribes, a method that our ancestors also used.
God, and that method is?
Well, they simply chew the aforementioned grass.
Gulp. Do you perhaps have another drink? Maybe orange juice, or, for example...
Ha ha hag. Hey gig.
Laich, sorry friends, but I feel a little tired. Yes, exactly, and probably this excellent food is to blame for everything, or that drink.
And 1,000 scalps. Hey, well, this one is dead drunk. If I'm not called Zagor. Just look at him, he's sleeping like a log.
Which except, what every details get which is hier get maar de kerde mestige pattersneste pakuta flitsmatskat. I have the impression that...
But he also fell asleep and he snores as if he'd drunk a barrel of rum. Hey people, what's wrong with you? Is it possible that you all managed to get drunk in just a few minutes?
Me drunk? Not at all. It takes a lot more to bring me down. Although I really feel dizzy. He's diving. I'm overcome by a terrible desire to stretch out. Yes, I'll lie down here just for a moment on. N.A. Ron Bezazes.
1,000 scalps, but this is not normal. You are acting like girls who have tasted whiskey for the first time. I only hope you are not drunk. Chico.
Drunk? No, Of course not. But the truth is that my eyelids are also like lead, and I'm really sleepy.
Well, this is really incredible. And all because of a sip of that drink.
Nonsense, sis. You speak like that only because you haven't even tasted it. But I could guarantee you that it was quite strong, and for an experienced drink lover like me.
But this is not possible. One drink, whatever it is, cannot have such an immediate effect. Unless, of course, how did that not occur to me before? Unless there was some drug or sleeping aid in it. You wretch traitors, you put drugs in the drink, but why?
Ha ha ha! Tell him why, Kawashi! With pleasure, great chief. Because that is exactly the proposal I received from that world, from the eternal hunting grounds where our ancestors are. In order to alleviate the wrath of that evil spirit, they demanded the lives of white-skinned people from me, and Manitlios Providence wanted you to appear voluntarily in our village. Has the sign of the Great Spirit's will ever been clearer?
The truth. Just look. Here are the victims we will offer to the demon from the swamp. And you will be among them, although fate wanted you to avoid the effects of the drug.
Crazies. You are crazy fanatics. This whole story is chilling. I don't know how you intend to kill us. But one thing is certain. And that is that you won't get my skin so easily.
Over here, warriors.
Catch this man, but be careful. I want him alive. Only the swamp spirit may kill him. That's what the souls of our ancestors told me.
To hell with you and all your ancestors. You damn charlatan.
Bina Azar. Datikon na Asha 2?
PIH. Just come, people.
Kale B Yidi Nati. Ah!
The fact that they want me alive gives me a certain advantage. Hey! But there's no doubt that these crazies will manage to overcome me sooner or later.
Kote Tado?
Oh. 1,000 scalps. I stand united Afarad. Oh.
Enough! Now tie them all up and tightly. And then follow me, the evil spirit from the swamp was seen near the Black Canal. And if he came in search of victims, he will get them. But this plit will not be a victim from the Omaha tribe. The curse that has befallen us is nearing its end, brothers. Now we are able to fulfill the wishes of our fathers. Let's take them to the Black Channel.
Let the evil spirit get the victims it wants.
Yay, yay!
2 sata poslije, na samo nekoliko milja od sela, na mjestu gdje se močvara sužava u široki kanal. Mjesečina osvjetljava dramatičan prizori.
My head. What a blow! I don't even remember what the devil. Yes, of course, those damn Indians.
Zagor, you're alive, thank heavens! Because of that bloody spot on your forehead, I was already afraid they had killed you.
Obviously, those damn Indians had some other plans for me. Mayor Kruger and you two, Rosse, Lewis, and Weiser. So we're all here.
Yes, but what the devil happened? When I woke up, I saw you all around me and was surprised to find that I was tied up like a sawdust. Why did they tie us to these posts?
Yes, and what end have they intended for us?
To tell the truth, I also have no idea what exactly awaits us. Chief Omaha spoke of some evil spirit who lives in the swamp, but I am convinced that this story is completely unfounded. Anyway, I have the impression that we got away. It seems that the Indians have already left, and now we only have to free ourselves from these damned ropes. Unfortunately, they didn't spare on that, and I think it will take us quite a while to free ourselves. 1,000 scalps. There's no help. Try it too, guys, maybe.
Zagor, Zagor, look. Water. Look at the water in front of us.
What the devil are you talking about?
The water is moving, as if.
I see it too, but I don't understand what is so strange about it. These swamps are full of aquatic animals. And... hey! 1,000 venomous scalps.
Heavens!
But what? No, it's not possible. This is a cursed nightmare.
Devil's blood.
No, it's not a nightmare. This is really happening. I see it too, Kruger. And I see it, and we aren't dreaming, damn it.
Pred preneraženim očima zarobljenika zastrašujuće stvorenje polako počinje poprimati oblik. Metalni odsjaj mjesečine odražava se na njegovoj ljuskavoj koži. A zatim se počinju nazirati i njegove nevjerojatne crte lica.
Monster, that's a real monster.
But I can't believe my eyes.
So this is that famous evil spirit from the swamp. This time the Indians didn't make anything up.
Look, it's coming towards us.
No, no!
Prestravljeni halucinantnom pojavom, 7 muškaraca počinju se očajnički otimati ili bezuspješnom pokušaju da se oslobode. Ko? Dok istovremeno čudno stvorenje izlazi na obali. Te kreće prema najbližem stupu.
No. Do not let him kill me. Do something. For God's sake, do something. I beg you, Zagor, I don't.
Užasnuti i potreseni, ostali članovi skupine mogli samo nijemo promatrati tragediju koja se događa pred njihovim očima. Čvrsto držeći teški teret, čudovište se vraća prema tamnoj vodi. Ulazi u nju sporim, ali sigurnim koracima. Da bi trenutak poslije potpuno nestalo. I, ostavljajući za sobom samo niz koncentričnih krugova na mjestu na kojem je zaronilo.
Monster, damned monster. And damn you who dragged us into this crazy adventure. You wanted to snoop around in the secrets of nature, huh? Well, now you've got what you asked for. Now you can see what devil is hiding in these stinky regions. We will all die, are you satisfied now? He will treat us as cruelly as poor Louis.
Stop it, Rossi. Now it really makes no sense to waste breath on mutual accusations. Now we must do something else. We must find a way to save our lives. By all the drums of Darkwood, we must succeed in this. Even if our hands break. Even if we have to peel our skin to blood. Even if... There it is.
Thunder, you succeeded.
Thank heavens.
Bravo.
Quick, Zagor, free us immediately. Quick, before that monster appears again.
Yes, hurry, for God's sake.
Do not give in to hysteria, esteemed gentlemen. This thief Ross was not wrong at all when he said all that to you, namely, when a person embarks on certain adventures, he must also have the courage to bear the consequences that they bring with them, whatever they may be. Generally, to your luck, it seems that things are getting better this time, too. Because if I'm not mistaken, our ship is not that far from here.
Potom, duh sa sjekirom oslobađa svoje suputnike jednog za drugim. A zatim, nakon kratkog dogovora, užurbano kreću dalje, prvo obalom kanala. Potom kroz plićak jedne baruštine. Na kraju kroz gusti tršćak.
curse. Are you sure we're going in the right direction?
I'm not really sure. But I have reason to believe that the ship is located where this channel joins the Great Swamp. Before we reached the Oma village, I had the opportunity to exchange a few words with the Indian who was leading us there, so I managed to create an approximate picture of the appearance of this area. Besides, I'd say we don't have many cheeses. On one side, there is a risk that we will end up in the hands of the Omaha again. And on the other side are waters inhabited by rather dangerous creatures and short. Whichever way we go, we can't get into more trouble than that. 1,000 scalps.
Isprekidano brojnim, ali ipak kratkim vrludanjima onog koji ih predvodi. Pješačenje naših junaka nastavlja se još 2 sata. Konačno, kad je noćna tmina već polako počela prelaziti u svjetlost zore.
What did I tell you guys?
The ship. We are saved.
Quick, poles in hand. Let's go, all together. The invitation is also valid for you. Esteemed smart guys, the sooner we get away from here, the better it will be for all of us.
This, before we set off from the shore, I have a proposal for you, Zagor.
Let's hear it, Professor.
I know that all of you, after everything that has happened, will be furious when you hear my words. But I am convinced that at least 2 people, 2 men of science, will gladly agree to my plan.
Enough, for God's sake. Stop hesitating and say what's on your mind. Don't waste our time.
Okay, you'll hear right away. Well, I suggest we stay in this area not only to continue our research of the fauna in general, but also and especially how we would discover what that strange creature we met last night was.
Please. You've completely gone crazy if I'm not called Jimmy Ross.
Exactly, I completely agree with the statement that he has completely gone crazy. Yes, that's really the most appropriate expression.
But listen to me. Is it possible that it's not clear to you that we are faced with the most sensational creature that exists on Earth? It walks upright like a human. Its skin is scaly like a reptile. Its respiratory system is like an amphibian's. And it certainly has many more characteristics that could provide years and years of research for an entire battalion of zoologists. Come on, you tell them too, Kruger and Mayer. Do you think it's okay to give up such an opportunity?
Well, now that the more than justified fear has passed, I can't say I'm completely against it.
Besides, we could observe its habits and body structure from a distance without exposing ourselves to too much risk.
Watch out, watch out. Have you suddenly transformed into heroes? You didn't seem so interested in scientific research last night when you were crying and begging me to untie you from that post.
Yes, you're right, Zagor. But as Mayer said, we might be able to find a way to continue our research without risking our lives.
And that's not all. Namely, if we somehow manage to catch that monster, you will free the Indians from this area's frightening nightmare. It seems to me that the chief of that tribe mentioned that there have been 7 victims so far. How many more do you think will end up in the claws of that strange creature?
You are a real trickster, and you clearly know how to find other people's weak points.
You have understood very well that I will not be able to refuse what you are asking of me, if you present it to me like that. Okay, Professor, congratulations. You fooled me. We will stay here in order to, in one way or another, remove the danger that threatens Omaha. I say in one way or another because if it is not possible to catch him alive, I will not hesitate to liberate that damned creature.
Of course, in the worst case, we can always embalm him, after which all the great world scientists will literally push to see him.
Caramba, you carambita. You should end up in museums embalmed. You the most incredible examples of irresponsible lunatics that exist on Earth. Zagor, you can't do such a thing. You must not listen to these fools from the other side of the ocean.
I'm sorry, Chico. I'm sorry, but I won't change my mind. I simply cannot leave the inhabitants of these regions to their terrible fate.
To hell! Considering that you are such a sensitive soul, I hope you will be generous to me as well. In short, let me go, please. Don't force me to follow you in this new madness of yours. I swear I will not deviate from the right path, that I will find a job and—
Calm down, Ross. I can agree to what you are asking without any problem. But think carefully, 1,000 scalps. Where would you go if you separated from us, alone and without any vessel?
How
would you move through these swamps? How would you find your way back without ending up in quicksand or encountering hostile Indians or wild animals? Listen to me carefully. Considering the situation, it is safer for you to stay with us on. Besides, I give you my word that at the end of this journey of ours, in exchange for your help, I will not only give up on handing you over to the authorities, but our European friends will also reward you handsomely. Isn't that right, Kaerliger?
Of course, $1,000. Here's what you'll get. 1,000 rustling dollars.
Curse! You've persuaded me, gentlemen, and may heaven have mercy on us.
Okay, then poles in hands. Here we're moving further north. We have to reach the place that the Indians called Black Canal. Let's go, Chico. Raise the anchor.
Heads up, friends. Because soon a new chapter in the history of science will be written, and it will be a chapter whose autors will be us.
Yes, let's go.
Then north.
Tijekom cijelog dana snažniji članovi skupine motkama pokreću brod, koji, iako sporo, sigurno napreduje vodama kanala.
And what do you say to this?
Fantastic. I didn't think that such a thing even existed.
It is obvious that we are approaching the epicenter of the mutation area.
Yes. And see the coincidence. That epicenter coincides exactly with the place where the incredible creature we saw last night lives.
H. So you think that the monster is the result of a natural mutation? There is no doubt about it. I am sure that.
We have arrived, people.
Dude, there are those damned pillars.
When you look at it again in daylight, this place doesn't seem so scary.
Nonsense. I still hear the piercing screams of my poor friend in my ears, and I assure you that I got chills just from looking at this dark water. Moreover, from now on, I do not intend to be busy with either managing the ship or anything else, and let that be clear to you. From this moment on, my humaneness will only have one concern: to defend my skin from that disgusting animal.
Shall we land here, Zagor?
No, wait. I think it's better there where the water is deeper. Hope he. LII. Perfect. And now drop anchor. All right, gentlemen, now you can get to work on your research, but please, let no one wander off alone from the ship, which at this moment represents our safest refuge.
Take my net for clickers, Mayor.
Immediately, Professor.
Microscope. Where did you put my microscope?
I tako, pod Zagorovim budnim okom, znanstvenici se strpljivo prepuštaju hvatanju te proučavanju. Premda su rezultati sve čudniji, neobičniji. Njihove su misli sve vrijeme usmjerene prema nevjerojatnom stanovniku Crnog kanala. Tijekom noći, članovi malene skupine stalno se izmjenjuju na straži. Ali iz dana u dan njihova očekivanja se ne ispunjavaju, okolne vode ne pokazuju ni najmanji trag prisutnosti čudovišta.
LIHH, I'm already starting to believe that you should be satisfied with studying caterpillars, dragonflies and other interesting insects, my dear professors. Namely, everything suggests that the monster has sneaked somewhere else. And to be honest, I don't regret it at all. But since we're on the subject, I think the time has come to talk about the date of our return.
This, of course, Chico. After all, we can consider this trip as a kind of investigation of the situation, reconnaissance. Because considering the interestingness of the findings, we will certainly return to set up a real laboratory here, together with other researchers, namely, we don't have complete scientific equipment here anyway. In general, I would say that if we don't find any new information during the next week about... Hey, what?
Russ. All my darkwood drums.
But what?
Oh no!
Ross! 1,000 scalps! No!
Silovito bačena, sjekira zastrašujuće leti zrakom. No premda precizno pogađa metu, bezopasno se odbija od ljuskavog oklopa čudovišta, koje odmah iskazuje svoju životinsku razdraženost prijeteći pokazujući zube. A potom skače u vodu, odnoseći sa sobom svoj plijen.
Damn monster!
Heavenly powers!
Caramba y carambita. Did you see? This is incredible! But Zagor, what are you doing? No, you mustn't. Have you gone crazy? They will liberate you. Do you hear me? I'm telling you, they will liberate you.
All my darkwood drums. But where the hell did he scream? One of his fins, and the structure of the amphibian allows him to move underwater with extreme ease, but his pred, Nost, was minimal. To hell, this murky water is to blame for everything. I can't see more than 2 meters in front of me, and it seems that the channel is quite deep. There he is, that's him, finally. But Ross is gone. You've already got rid of him, you damned monster. Weiser!
Prepoznavši protivnika, Zagor ipak na vrijeme zaustavlja svoj nagon da zada smrtonosni udarac. Popustivši stisak, snažno se odbacuje nogama od dna, kreće prema površini. Nakon čega, Acer odmah slijedi njegov primjer.
They're alive? They're still alive? Thank heavens!
Climb up, for God's sake. Get out of that damn water.
Devil take you. I expected everything down there. But that you would almost rip open my belly, Zagor. I really didn't.
F. Arkley, I was convinced it was a monster. Besides, how could I have possibly assumed that any of you could have enough strength and courage to follow me into those depths?
Yes, that's a common stereotype. And you think scientists are just intelligent softies? But as far as I'm concerned, you should know that I was a champion in numerous sports disciplines at the University of Stuttgart.
So much the better, Weiser. Your physical strength could soon prove useful to us. If we take into account that the number of our crew has now further decreased.
So you think there's no more hope of seeing Ross again?
No, Kruger, absolutely none.
Heavenly powers, but it's incredible. Everything happened so fast that I still can't believe it. Poor guy, when I think that we practically forced him to go with us.
You don't need to be bothered by your conscience, Kruger. The moment he agreed to face the same risks as us, Ross freed us of all responsibility. But in this whole story, what worries me most is the audacious courage of that creature that didn't hesitate at all to attack us up here.
It's really not so hard to explain. Namely, it is clearly perfectly aware of its strength, and previous experiences with Omahas armed only with knives and arrows that don't even manage to pierce its armor have convinced it that no one can do anything to it.
Devil take him. We'll disabuse him 1,000 scalps. We'll prove to him that even his skin can be pierced by good old 45 caliber bullets.
Damn it. You mean to say you intend to kill him?
But this, well, didn't we decide that we would catch him alive so that we could?
Nonsense sense. So far, that beast has already proven to us how dangerous it is. So there's no point in fooling ourselves. We have no chance of catching it alive.
That's true. Caramba, you carambita. How the hell did you even think of catching him with a hook and worms as if he were a trout? Or perhaps you intend to try with your butterfly net, Maya?
Spare me your irony, Chico. It's not a problem for me to admit that our equipment currently doesn't meet such needs. But perhaps we could postpone catching the monster for the next opportunity when we return better equipped in a few months, just as Professor Kruger said a moment ago.
Watch out, watch out. And in the meantime, before your return, how many more poor Indians will that bloodthirsty monster liberate? 610. 2025. What price in human lives should be paid for the purpose of your research?
This, I don't know, your question is correct, Zagor. But the progress of science should never be measured in that way. We all know that it has always been necessary to sacrifice a negligible minority for the benefit of humanity.
1,000 scalps. Perhaps your broad education allows you so much foresight and cynicism necessary to even compare such a thing. But I am not a man of science, Wizar, but only an ordinary man who struggles day by day to survive together with people who have the same problems. And all that has taught me absolute respect for human life, even when it comes to those you call a neglected minority. Therefore, whether you like it or not, we will not leave here before we remove that beast.
Considering how well I know you, I can't say you're wrong, Zagor.
That's right. However, it's a real shame that the surroundings have even led us to having to choose.
Yes, a shame, indeed, a real shame.
Anyway, no problem. We will settle for investigating mutations on simpler animals.
I like you like that, gentlemen. And in the meantime, I will start investigating the surrounding area to find out where the possible den of the monster is. By all the drums of Darkwood, this surrounding area perfectly preserves all traces. It shouldn't be difficult for me to discover the direction of movement of our opponent.
Caramba y carambita. But be careful, Zagor.
You can be sure that I will, Fatso. After I saw the pitiful effect of my axe, I will not leave this toy for a moment. And you be very careful, friends, in my absence. Be sure to stand guard in shifts. I want one of you to keep your eyes on the waters of the canal all the time.
Trenutak potom, Zagor skače s broda. Te počinje pozorno istraživati tlo nedaleko od voda Močvare. No premda su izuzetno jasni na obali koja je bila pozornica Lejsove smrti. Čudne tragove nije moguće pronaći nigdje drugdje.
There is nothing interesting here. Probably the monster comes out of the water north of this place. I'm starting to believe that this search will take me more time than I thought. Unless, perhaps our very presence in this place will act as a lure and cause him to show himself again in order to liquidate another one of us. He obviously doesn't kill people instinctively, but only to feed himself, and we simply represent the enrichments for his horrible feast. Well, I think it's smartest for me to go back to the ship now. I bet my friends are already worried about my long absence. Besides, I wonder if we should expect new trouble from Oma. Sooner or later, they will discover that we have escaped, and it is not excluded that they will try to capture us again. PFF, when I just remember that Kruger and Mayer said they didn't come looking for trouble.
Mama, May! Behind you, Wizar! Watch out!
But...
Quick, shoot! For God's sake.
No, maybe we can catch him alive and...
Damn fool, then I'll take care of him. Kruger, Maya, shoot. Quick, shoot 2.
1,000 scalps. Something is happening. On the ship.
No! Let him go. Let him go. You damned.
Caramba, you carambita, if my hands don't stop trembling. Only God Sam's. I'll never manage to fill this toy. Zagor! Tori, for God's sake, it's here, it's here. Zagor, it's took him, it's took Wysa.
Curse! Leave that man alone, beast. A 1,000 scalps. It has armor like an alligator. To hell. My drum was half empty.
Grimasa boli koja se pojavila na licu neobičnog stvorenja mijenja se u izraz čuđenja. Nakon pogleda na krv koja je potekla iz rane. Trenutak zatim.
By all the drums of Darkwood. You will not, friend. This time I will not let you disappear. I am very aware that you can move in the water better than me.
Zagor, where are you going? Stop. You are crazy, honest word. You are completely crazy.
There he is. By all the drums of Darkwood, he really moves with the ease of a real fish. But I have a reason, I believe, because that wound makes his movements quite painful. If I want to deliver the final blow, I must catch up to him before I run out of air. Hey! I really didn't expect this. He's going into that hole in the rock, no. Here's where his hiding place could be, which I haven't managed to find so far. Come on, Zagor, you still have enough air in your lungs to peek into this hole. And you will be able to return to it in the worst case. After you surface too, take a breath.
Bez ikakvog oklijevanja duh sa sjekirom prolazi kroz otvor, koji se odmah potom pretvara u uzak tunel. I kad ga je nedostatak kisika već počeo navoditi da odustane od potjere.
Ah! 1,000 scalps, the passage leads to the floor of an underground cave. And these holes in the rocky vault let in enough air and light to make this cave a comfortable and inaccessible lair.
Nepodnošljivi smrad koji se može osjetiti u spilji te prisutnost ostataka jezivih gozbi u potpunosti uvjeravaju Zagora u točnost njegovih pretpostavki. I trenutak zatim. Uznemirujuće ozračje podzemne jazbine dodatno pridonosi nestvarnom izgledu borbe između čovjeka i čudovišta. Uz naglašenu zadihanost suparnika, tijek borbe okreće se čas u korist jednoga, a čas u korist drugoga. Ali dok pandže čudovišta vlakoćom razdiru Zagorovo meso, lovački nož neučinkovito klizi niz čvrsti oklop. Sve dok, tijekom očajničkog pokušaja da se obrani, Zagorova oštrica nije slučajno pronašla ranjivo mjesto te prošla kroz njega.
A 1,000 scalps I secured dench away.
Čudovište još jednom nestaje uz ključanje vode. Ali tamna mrlja krvi koja se sve više siri otkriva neupitnu potvrdu kraja tragičnog okršaja.
He's finished. Now he really is. Finished. But 1,000 scalps, nor I, truth be told, am I not in much better condition than him.
Nekoliko trenutaka poslije.
Nothing. Still nothing.
Now it makes no sense to fool ourselves anymore, Chico. Unfortunately, we only have to reconcile ourselves with fate. Our poor friend has been down too long, even for a man of his superhuman strength.
You are to blame for that, devil take you, Wazia. You are to blame for everything.
But
why didn't you shoot when I told you the monster was standing in front of you at that moment, so that even a blind man could hit it? But you damn scum wanted that circus freak alive, didn't you? You wanted her alive, and so you caused the death of the best, the most generous, the most
tired man within 100 miles. Chico.
Zagor.
Heavenly powers.
Well.
You are alive and well.
I wouldn't really say I'm healthy, considering all that skin that monster's claws tore off me. But the most important thing is that it went even worse.
You mean to say you killed him?
Exactly, Wezer, and I don't think you should be too sorry about that considering the treatment that was intended for you.
This, yes, of course. Well, if we could at least manage to find his body, we could.
That's a task that I will gladly leave to you. Since you were the champion swimmer at the University of Stuttgart, I believe it won't be difficult for you to dive to the place that I will describe to you a little later. But now, if you don't mind, I'd rather someone take care of my wounds.
Damn it, you're right, Zagora. Come on, lean on me. I'll take you down to your bed.
Mayor, bring me all the medical supplies.
And a sip of good whiskey since you're going.
Whiskey? I didn't even know that Zagor drinks whiskey.
Truth, he doesn't. But I do, people, and especially after this amount of excitement.
Potom nekoliko dana prolazi u savršenom miru, dok se Kruger, Majer posvećuju uobičajenom istraživanju mlitanata. Zagor poplinjava zalihe hrane. A Mejser ne prestaje s upornim, iscrpljujućim zaronima.
So, Wezer?
Nothing, this time either. The place where the monster entered the water is a real abyss, and despite all my attempts, there is no chance to reach the bottom.
If you want, I can try to.
No, I think that would be a waste of effort and a waste of time. As I already told you, the water there is at least 30 meters deep.
In that case, I suggest we go back. This trip has already lasted much longer than the initial predictions.
I agree, Zagor.
And I think that's okay. You've already done too much anyway.
True, and now it's up to us to organize another expedition.
Okay, let's put all these things around us in order. We must be ready to leave at dawn.
Excellent.
Do you mind if, while you arrange the boat, I go to that swamp that is not far from that cluster of dried maples? The day before yesterday, I noticed a strange anthill there. And I would like to take a sample of the mixture of soil and grass from which it is built.
Okay, Weiserer. But don't linger too long. That area is full of quicksand and...
Don't worry, friend. I will carefully follow the paths you've marked in recent days. So, see you soon.
2 sata poslije.
Yes, and when I think that he said he would be back soon.
Caramba, y carambita. But why is Weiser not returning? He left almost 2 hours ago.
Maybe I'm a little too tense because of all those events during the last few days. I must admit that his absence is slowly starting to worry me.
I understand you completely, Kruger. After all, we ourselves have already seen with our own eyes that all sorts of things are happening in these areas, so it's best to remove any doubt with a quick reconnaissance.
Would it bother you if we came with you?
No, quite the opposite. It's not excluded that you will be useful to me. Professor Weiser mentioned a swamp that is near the dried maples, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, that will make our search easier. Only one path leads to that place.
Trenutak zatim, Zagor odlučnim korakom kreće na čelu skupine, koja, dok se nebo počinje crvenjeti svjetlošću zalazećeg sunca, nedugo potom stiže po obale baruštine na kojoj se uzdiže obris mravinjaka.
Here, this is the place we are looking for. Yes, and these fresh tracks testify to the passage of your friend. But it is not clear to me why he decided to return by another way. Here, he even left solid ground, entered the shallow water, preventing any further reconstruction of his movement.
If only I knew what strange idea came to his mind.
Yes. Where to hell could he have gone?
Well, knowing him, it's not hard to guess what happened. He probably went after some dragonfly or some other strange insect and...
Yes, but soon it will get dark, and it won't be easy for him to orient himself in this damn swamp. Let's try to call him. Maybe he got lost and is now looking for the right way to return.
Weiser.
Weezer.
Weiser.
Weiser.
No nažalost, sva dozivanja prijatelja ostali bez odgovora.
Weezera.
Tek blagi šum vjetra koji se poigrava s trskom, mreškajući tako mirnu površinu vode, narušava tišinu koja lebdi nad područjem, na koje se polako počinje spuštati mrak.
Weiser.
There's no point in wasting vocal cords anymore, Kruger. Let's hope your friend managed to reach the boat by accidentally finding another way. Because if not, 1,000 scalps. No. Look.
But that's Weiser's net. How, for God's sake, could he have lost it when it was so dear to his heart?
Stop. Back, Kruger, if experience doesn't lie to me. We ended up in the middle of quicksand by all the drums of Darkwood.
Heavens! Truth. I'm sinking.
Calm down, Kruger. Here, you're out.
Twofold, this is the second time I've almost sunk in this damned quicksand, and I guarantee you it's not a pleasant experience.
You unfortunately, some have clearly gone worse than you.
Weiser, you think he was swallowed by the quicksand?
According to that network, one could infer it. But I still won't accept it just like that. Let's go back to the ship now, and in the morning we will return and start a detailed search.
Te noći, mračni ugođaj ispunjen tjeskobom, napetošću muči posadu broda. S nakon duge, neprospavane noći, s prvim zrakama sunca, naši junaci kreću li potragu za nestalim ejserom. Zagor postupno širi svoju potragu na cijelo područje koje okružuje baruštinu koju je očito nestao mladi znanstvenik. Ali 3-4 dana uporne potrage ne daju vama bas nikakav rezultat. Sve dok, jednog poslije podneva.
Hey, and what is this?
Caramba, you carambita. But then Omahas are not the only inhabitants of this area.
I have the impression that you're mistaken, Chico. This hut looks like it hasn't been inhabited for years.
Uninhabited for years, huh? And what about this neatly arranged table?
You're right. contrary to what the neglected surroundings of the hut suggest. Someone has obviously been here inside in the last few hours.
Who knows, maybe some Indian has discovered that the roof, no matter how rickety, protects better from the rain than a leather tent.
No, I don't believe it's an Indian. The tracks on the ground aren't from moccasins, but from boots. The mysterious resident of this hut is a white man.
Tufo. But then maybe it's wiser. Maybe he, after getting lost, took shelter right here.
Yes, we must not discard that tombolvi.
Oh! Hey friends, look at this. There's some kind of book here, and no, or rather, it would seem it's a diary and curse. This is Professor Wise's handwriting.
What?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, and to such an extent that I could bit my mustache. I had the opportunity to see dozens of his works, and I assure you that I have learned all the particularities of his handwriting well.
In that case, let's see immediately what the devil is writing inside.
Unbelievable. I wonder how Weezer stayed here and...
No way.
1,000 scalps.
Damn it!
One more monster.
Watch out.
No! Help!
A 1,000 scalps. Your skin is tucker than an alligator's, but I'll...
Help, help.
By all the drums of dark wood. A 1,000 scalps if you had hesitated with that rifle for just one more moment. I would already be playing the harp on the clouds.
This, Frankly, I felt like I was taken away by horror and...
Okay, Mayor, there's no problem. That's completely understandable. Gruger, Chico, how are you feeling?
Alive, I think it's most accurate to say that I feel alive.
Caramba yo carambita. All my bones are broken. But that won't stop me from escaping from here at the speed of an athletic champion. By all the mustaches of my family, when I just remember that you said how you liked this damn monster.
And I am, Chico. There is no doubt about it. Here it is, obviously a question of another copy, although it is identical to the one that ended up at the bottom of the channel.
This is enough to drive you crazy. But what is that in these parts? A monster factory?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if, as I have already said, these monsters are also the result of mutation. But it is not excluded that Weezer's notes will give us some additional clues.
Yes, but where did his booklet end up? In all that mess, it fell out of my hands and ended up who knows where.
When I look at it, like this, immovable, it's even uglier to me. Just look at it for God's sake. Cow eyes, fish mouth, frog limbs and cat claws. Really a nice mix and if you add ears like in... Mommy!
Chico, what the devil is happening now?
Fish, frog or rather, a monster! As he changes appearance, he becomes something else.
What the devil are you talking about?
Look, Carambadia Carambeta, look for yourselves.
Tatlufel, he's right.
All Saints. I think I'm going crazy.
Calm down, we must remain calm. 1,000 scalps.
His face is inflating and...
The truth, it has shrunk.
And the scales are disappearing.
Crazy. This is completely crazy.
But man, he's turning into a man.
Yes, someone like us.
Enough, I can't take this anymore. I'm going crazy. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Maysville. Or rather, no, even further. I'll go to Chicago or New York. Or no, am I going to Darkwood? Yes, I want my little house. I want to go back home.
Bye, sir.
What did you say?
1,000 scalps. I said this is Weezer.
Oh no!
But how is that possible? This is absurd. Simply absurd.
No, this is too much. I killed our friend. I killed him, it was me. Do you understand? This is terrible.
Calm down, Mayor.
May I be damned, no punishment will be enough to I am a murderer. Murder.
To hell. This is not the time to give in to hysteria, Mayor. Pull yourself together, 1,000 scalps. You didn't kill any man, you are only responsible for shooting at the monster. And as for this crazy transformation, I'd like to hear some explanation from you, Mr. Scientist.
This. Well, so this fact could be looked at from, yes, basically, I have reason to believe that in a way.
Well, okay, Kruger, everything is clear.
You simply want to say that nothing is clear to you either.
This more or less, Zagor EN.
Let's think a little by all the drums of Darkwood. First we encountered a monstrous creature that we managed to kill. And then one of ours.
Here it is.
Who is here?
Booklets, people. I found it. I could bet my own moustache that we will find here inside explanations that your genius brains cannot offer us.
Truth. Well done, Chico.
Let Mayor rate it.
Wunderbars. Tougho. Damn it. Curse.
Well then, Mayor, now that you have exhausted a good part of the exclamations of surprise from your international vocabulary, would you be so kind as to tell us what you have read?
Yes, of course. Actually, I apologize, but these words moved me so much that I even lost sight of how.
Cut it short, Maya. Do you want us to burst with curiosity?
No, of course not, Chico. Here are the answers to all our questions. This is fantastic. This sentence begins this series of notes. This is fantastic. I am the sole keeper of the most incredible secret of nature ever discovered by a living soul. In July, after several unsuccessful dives that tested my well-trained organism, I finally managed to reach the bottom of the channel, to the underground cave. To my unspeakable surprise, instead of the corpse of the murdered monster, I found the body of a completely normal man. At first, I strained my brain with the most unbelievable interpretations of what happened. But then, when I saw the knife stuck in his chest and noticed the firearm wounds, I became aware of the astounding reality. The mysterious corpse and the monster from the Black Canal were the same person.
1,000 scalps.
Curse.
Caramba y carambita.
Obviously, death restored his original appearance, which had been altered by some unknown organic process, such as the introduction of who knows what substances into the body. The discovery was too unbelievable and significant for me to share credit for it with others, and so when I returned to the surface, I didn't mention anything to my friends. But I decided to study that strange phenomenon on my own, so that I could present myself to the world as the greatest scientist.
Caramba y carambeta. That wizard was a real selfish bastard.
But Chico, yet you are talking about the deceased.
This, I wanted to say that he was a real rascal. May God have mercy on his soul. Anyway, feel free to continue reading. I'm going out for a moment to bring water. This smelly, humid climate is to blame for the fact that I'm always thirsty.
I pretended that I had disappeared in the quicksand. So that the other members would give up on the expedition and return to Maysville. And then I started researching the mystery of the mutation of the fishman. July 25th, I accidentally found an abandoned hut in which a man who had become a victim of a monstrous mutation probably lived. and I decided that it would become a kind of base for me during the exploration of the surrounding area. July 1st, last night I was suddenly stricken by a high fever. I started to feel terrible pain all over my body. Thought as if my organism reacted to all those violent external stimuli that put it to a severe test. I don't know how much time I spent in that terrible condition until the moment when I completely lost consciousness. But when I finally came to my senses, my blood froze in my veins.
No. No, no, oh. My hands, my hands. Heavenly powers, what is happening to me? No skin, my skin is covered by damned human. No, no, it is not possible. No.
I immediately realized that my body had undergone an accelerated mutation process, the same one whose victim was already the man from the Black Channel. Might be, and but why I quite has connected us in this dramatic, meaningless fate. While I strain my brain in search of an answer, my hands, already transformed into monstrous claws, struggle to hold the pen with which I am writing in. And then I understand what it is about, water. Water from the well located near the hut. I rush out and examine a drop of water with a small microscope. And a few moments later, I get a frightening confirmation. Water from the well is able to change the human organism and transform each person into a monstrous creature because it contains.
Mom, help Zagor! I'm ruined it!
1,000 scalps. How much did you drink, Chico?
This? Honestly, I didn't swallow a drop, but maybe a drop or two slipped into my stomach. How do I look? Tell me the truth. How do I look? I'm already becoming a fish. Isn't that right? Oh, poor me. What do I look like? Tuna? Carp? Maybe tench? Or scorpion fish? Yes, that's it. I feel like a scorpion fish. Here, you see, Liz? I was right. I really have a fin like a scorpion fish. My eyes are already bulging like a frog's. And my complexion is as repellent as an eel's. Look.
Come on, Chico, it's just your usual face.
Pardon.
Of course, and we can guarantee you are no uglier than usual at the moment.
Liation.
Come on, continue. What substance did the unfortunate Wazer discover in the water?
Well, the page suddenly ends with the word contains. And only scribbles follow as if.
As if a pen was taken in hand by a brute devoid of the smallest grain of human intelligence.
It really is so.
Yes, and what a terrible punishment for poor Wazer.
What a story. What a horrible story.
Nature often reacts in a rather cruel way towards those who dare to challenge its laws and dig into its mysteries. Fortunately, the unfortunate Wazer has, however, found a way to convey his incredible experience to us, thus enabling us to prevent someone else from experiencing the same end.
That's right, we will have to be extremely careful during the investigation. We will carefully examine the water from the well with maximum precaution. The water is obviously filtered through mineral layers that contain unknown substances which, in those who drink it, cause those incredible mutations.
Yes, but the most surprising thing is the fact that Mother Nature would need hundreds and hundreds of years for such mutations, and in our case they are happening in just a few days.
Yes, this discovery really deserves our complete dedication. In order not to face unforeseen situations, we must make sure that we bring all the necessary instruments to the next expedition.
That's right. I'll write them down immediately.
So first of all, we will need a drill.
Drill.
Then surely a hydraulic pump.
Hydraulic pump.
In no case must we forget the chemical reagents for water analysis.
Chemical reagents for...
Tifo.
But what the devil?
Relax, friends. I just destroyed the well, and now that damned water has ended up who knows where.
I beg your pardon.
What?
Exactly, from now on, no one will be able to accidentally become a victim of this damned spell.
But that's sacrilege.
A real assassination of science.
1,000 scalps. It seems to me that your science has already caused too much trouble in these parts.
Actually, we must admit that.
Yes, basically, we can't deny that.
Okay, then enough talk. We're weighing anchor and heading back to Maysville immediately. And as for you, I'll have to remind you once again of that conversation we had a few years ago. Or the future, limit the field of your research to the garden of your house in Germany.
Oh, maybe you're right, Zagor.
Yes, yes.
Come on, get ready to leave. And I will take care of poor Weezer in the meantime.
Malo poslije, preživjeli članovi ekspedicije ostavljaju za leđima tragičnu kolibu. Te kroz močvarno područje kreću prema mjestu na kojem su ostavili svoj brod.
Come on, Chico, move it.
To move? Bah! It's easy for you to say. But I can no longer breathe. My lungs no longer work. I'm already turning into a fish. And soon gills will grow on me? Fish. I'm becoming a fish. Terrible? Poor me. I can't even imagine myself with a fishbone instead of a spine, but that's reality. I'm becoming a fish.
1,000 scalps. If you are a fish. Then show me how you swim, you damned fatso.
Hey! Du VR, Prokhel, KVR. Help, help, help! This stinking water drags me to the bottom. Help me! For God's sake!
Like this, you are not a good swimmer. Tell me now, are you really sure you've become a fish?
No, the devil take you! I am a man. Damn it! A man like all of you, get me out of this damn swamp!
I love you like that, Chico.
Ooh. What a strain, people. While I was trying to stay afloat, I almost dislocated my right fin.
What have you almost dislocated?
Right fin. Right arm. I wanted to say right arm. Damn it, curse.